Hi, I'm Dr. Haley Perlus, sport and exercise psychology expert, here with today's mental toughness moment. And today I'm going to answer a question that was written in on the channel, and it says, or it asks, how can we motivate kids to stop TV and start training every day? And it's perfect timing because just yesterday I was at the University of Colorado teaching sports psychology to graduate students, and the topic was motivation. So I'm going to give you the 3-4 minute version of the discussion that we had yesterday. There is a theory, and it's called self-determination theory, if you want to know. But it really talks about two types of motivation: intrinsic motivation and extrinsic motivation. And very simply put, intrinsic motivation, you can think of the heart, for the love of the game. That's intrinsic motivation. Extrinsic motivation, for the trophy, for the reward. And the reward could be a couple of things. It could be because you feel that you're going to get in trouble if you don't do it. And I'm talking about kids here. You feel like you're going to get in trouble if you don't do it. You're going to disappoint your parents if you don't do it. You feel forced into doing it. Or other extrinsic motivations could be you don't necessarily love to train, but you know that it gives you strength and skills in order to do better at the sport that you do love. Or extrinsic motivation because it could be because you don't necessarily love doing it, but you value being, a participant. So intrinsic motivation, heart; extrinsic motivation, trophy. And extrinsic motivation is really, if we can divide it further down, I'm not going to get too theoretical, but if we divide the extrinsic motivations further down, there are some that give us a perception of controlled, meaning someone imposed it on us, so we're now being controlled by it. Or even though it's extrinsic, we still freely choose it. And we want, with our kids, we want them, a best case scenario, to develop that heart, that intrinsic motivation. And if we are going to extrinsically motivate them, we want to give them some type of extrinsic motivation or reward that they still freely choose, self-determined. So how do you get your kids off the couch and start training every day? First and foremost, see if you can highlight that intrinsic motivation by helping them focus primarily on the skills that they learn, on the new achievements that they achieve, the new achievements that they have while participating in it, so that they develop a sense of competence while participating. You also want to give them some choice. So you know what, today we're going to do some training, but you have some options, A, B, or C. Don't do any more than 3 options, but give them some choice. So you want them off the couch, but they're going to choose what they do once they get off the couch, for example, and you'll give them 2 to 3 options. And then also relatedness. Let them be with their friends. Let them feel connected to that activity or to the people involved in that activity. So that's how you develop intrinsic motivation. Focus on what they're learning so that they can really develop a perception of confidence or competence. Focus on choice. Give them opportunity to choose how and what they're going to do once they get off the couch. And then 3, allow them or provide an opportunity where they can feel connected to the activity as well as the people involved. If you are going to go for extrinsic motivation, giving them ultimatums and forcing them, it's going to get them off the couch and get into training, but it's not going to help them with long-term motivation, and it certainly isn't going to help them develop, heart and the enjoyment factor. So when you do focus on extrinsic motivation, again, in dialogue, focus on the skills that they learn so that they can pursue other activities. We're training because you're going to get strong, which is going to allow you to throw the ball a little bit further, for example. Or just, discover the value that sport or that training brings. Intrinsic motivation, competence, autonomy, relatedness is what you want them to start to focus on. Extrinsic motivation, if you're going to go there, do your best not to make them feel like they're being controlled. Do your best to make them feel like they're getting a reward, but it's freely chosen, it's self-determined. I know we got theoretical here. It's not typically how I roll, but it is the basics of motivation, or one part of motivation, one theory. There are many. If you have any questions or comments, you know what to do. Leave them in the space provided. Share this video with your support community if you like it. And until next time, have a wonderful rest of your day.